Hello everyone, Wisteria here. Again, Shropshire folk tales. This one is The Fox's Knob. The main hunting season lasted from November to April, but before then, in the autumn, would be cub hunting. Cub hunting was used to train the young hounds to work as a pack, follow the horn and the calls of the huntsman, and get them used to the scent of a fox. It trained the foxes too, killing off the weaker cubs, teaching the ones who survived the call of the horn, the sound of the hounds, and the importance of keeping their wits about them if they were to survive. Hawkstone Park was the seat of the Hill family, and as a family, they had a love of fox hunting and all that went with it. They always did their best to ensure a good day's hunting and a good night's feasting, which invariably led to, at some point, one of their guests lifting their glass and leading the toast. May the hills of Shropshire last as long as Shropshire hills. All around Hawkstone was good hunting land, flat and open, with plenty of opportunities to flush the fox out from any cover, to flee ahead of the hounds, and give a breathless gallop to the field behind. Hoxton itself was a good nursery for foxes, but terrible for hunting, with its rugged nursery for foxes that was terrible for hunting, meant sandstone cliffs, narrowing pathways, caves, bushes, and brambles, and 100 opportunities for a fox to go to ground. Yes, it really does repeat that bit 3 times, but I only said it twice. A fox with the hounds on its scent would make for Hawkstone from miles around as a chance to escape the hunt. There was one fox that had been born not far from Hawkstone. As a cub, he had escaped the young hounds, when the rest of his litter had not. Very quickly, he learned to run fast and think faster. Each year, he learned new tricks of evading the hounds, how to run up and down streams so that the hounds would lose his scent, jumping up and running along the tops of walls, squeezing through the thickest brambles and hedges to slow the horses behind the hounds, and always making sure he had new dens that the hunt had not found and couldn't earth up. One year, he found a tall tree that had fallen in the storms. The other trees had caught it, so that the trunk led almost up to the tree tops. He led the hounds to it, ran up the tree trunk, back over the hounds and horses' heads, and leaped down behind the hunt, leaving them bewildered. Another time he stowed away in a farmer's cart, and was given a ride far from the hunt. The fox got a reputation with the hunt as old Reynard, the wiliest fox around, and the entire hunt wanted to be present the day he was finally caught. The hunt would lead to the place he had last been seen, trying to flush him out and finally outwit him. As the seasons passed, old Reynard was living up to his name. His fur was grizzling, and the years were beginning to tell. He had sired many litters, but now his joints were stiffening, and he was not as quick on his feet as he once had been. He knew he would not be able to outrun the hounds, not forever. As winter did come, he made a decision. The next time the hunt caught his scent, he would lead them to a last dance. When the time came, he drew them across the fields and into the warren of Hawkstone. He was still quick, and the hounds thundered up the hillside behind. As they neared the top of the cliff, Reynard slowed, waving the white tip of his tail at the hounds. The baying crescendoed, and the hounds lurched forward. Reynard made sure they were tightly in a pack close behind him, and then began his final flat-out race for glory. With the hounds right on his heels, he sped to the summit onto a stony outcrop jutting from the cliff. Then he launched over the edge with such speed that the hounds could not stop, their paws skittering and sliding, their baying turned to whimpering as they plummeted down, down, and down, following Reynard to his end. Ever since, the red sandstone outcrop has been called Fox's Knob, in remembrance of old Reynard. That's a very interesting tale indeed. I quite like it. I love foxes. Fox hunting's not allowed now, by the way. This is back in the day, just so you know. But I do love foxes, and I know that there's a song that's about the fox, you know. As we were out hunting one morning in the field. It goes like that, yeah. And it's about a little black fox that appears with red eyes. Turns out to be the devil. But it kind of reminded me of that, I guess. I'm not sure if I can actually, I was going to sing it, then I thought maybe I don't know if it's allowed, so I haven't. But yeah, please leave a like because it does really help and it's completely free. Share if you can, and if you've not yet subscribed, then please consider it, that it might be a good option if you listen to my stories. Many blessings.